Hey guys, what's up? This is Josh. Just doing a weekly update. This is my growth so far, my aquaponics setup. The tomatoes are getting a little bit bigger. They're kind of growing a little slow in this setup for some reason. My radishes, of course, are doing really well. They're actually getting close to being ready to harvest. You can see right here. I don't know if you can. Let's see, yeah. Yeah, there's a radish down there that's getting really big, so that's just what I meant to do by that. So I need to get it out of there so this lettuce can start growing a little bit better, because it's getting dwarfed by the radishes, unfortunately. And the broccoli, I really don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff because it's just going to get huge. I'm going to have to pull it and put it somewhere else. So hopefully by the time maybe, I don't know, a month comes around, I'll have more room. And that's it for the aquaponics. I have a couple leaks coming up over there. And fish are doing pretty well. I got my goldfish chilling over there. And I have some cichlids that I got with the new fish tank. It's a 75-gallon fish tank. And that, I made this shelf to fit that fish tank perfectly. And it's pretty tall. It's 8 feet tall like my other shelf. I'm going to put a grow bed that'll be, however high above it. I'm going to build that out of wood and some pond liner and make another setup just right next to this one, just for the heck of it. And then these are going to be window units here. I still haven't gotten that together yet. I think I showed you that last week. I'm going to put the window units up on this windowsill over here because there's light that I can use still from this 400-watt light just for all these plants. It's just kind of a waste, Might as well use it elsewhere too. So the fish are doing great. I'm going to get more fish over here, and then eventually I'll in total have 105 gallons. And I'm going to grow tilapia. Because a full-size tilapia takes up to 5 to 6 gallons. So that gives me around 20 full-size tilapia I can grow in here. And I'm going to get about 50 of the fry. And by the time summer comes, I'll move them outside into a larger tank and see how that works. So I'll be tilapia farming here soon. So now on to the hydroponics. Alright, you guys saw this shelf last week and it was built, and now I have it functioning. I got a one of those Coleman emergency tents that Silly Stacks Rule had and Happy Game Show had, and I set that up here just to kind of hopefully work. I haven't put one on the back yet. I'm waiting to do that, I guess, soon. Maybe I'll put one hang on the back and then maybe on the sides. But these are my tomato plants. They've grown considerably, and I pulled some tomatoes out of the aquaponics setup and just planted them in here. And they're small at the time, and they haven't grown too much yet. But that's because when I pulled them, some of the roots were left behind, so it's rebuilding its root structure beneath. So hopefully it'll take off. And these are 10-gallon totes here, so I only have 3 plants per tote, so hopefully that will be enough. I've got a couple air pumps to run all 3 of these. So this is going to be my tomato farm here, and I'm going to put like some string into trellis, like a grid of string here so that they can grow onto the string and then keep going up to the higher levels and trellis it all and just get a ton of tomatoes, hopefully. 9 tomato plants should produce a lot. Now here are the 2 totes on this top shelf, and then here is my green beans. I mean, it's to the point where like it's not manageable right now. I've even trimmed back. Like, this is after trimming. The light is as far as it can go up on this level, and it's attacking my other stuff over here. I've got a squash plant back there trying to grow, and then some lettuce here that I just actually cut up and ate on a salad just a bit ago. This is the 3rd time, this head of lettuce, I've harvested this for the 3rd time to get a full salad. I cannot believe that this lettuce just keeps growing. So it hasn't died off yet, so I might still be able to get some more from it. And this is just new lettuce. It hasn't really grown nearly as fast as the other stuff, but you can see I pulled some green beans off of here a couple days ago, and we're eating some of them. This is a small guy. you know, along with those two there. I mean, they're literally like, I don't know, 100 of these damn green beans on here. You can see this is one of the bigger ones. They still can get a little bit fatter, but they're nice, and you know, they're pretty tasty. I've already pulled them off the vine and just ate them right here, and it was very nice. So other than that, that's pretty much it for this. There's still some leaves I can trim back on it, but what I plan on doing is I have this tote down here to transfer the water in here, because the water in here is very low. If you can see, let's see if I can lift this up enough. Oh. There's root structure right there, freaking huge, and it's like half. This thing's like half full, so I really do need to get it moved to this tote down here. So I'm prepping that water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take, there's only four green bean plants here. I'm going to take all four of them. I'm going to put them in these 5-gallon buckets, and I bought these lids from Home Depot. They were 98 cents. I took a jigsaw to it, just cut a hole in it. This is the same size of those net pots in there. I'm just going to toss it on here, cut a hole in it for the air pump, and just put them in the 5-gallon buckets. I'm going to line them up in a row, all four of them. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to hang a light that I just put this thing in here. I know this looks total Hoosier, but I'm going to hang a light from this down to give them light. And I'm going to trellis strings down so that they can grow, the green beans can grow more up the vine. And then I'm going to move this shelf here, I'm going to move it up and then grow everything from the bottom shelf. That way I don't run into this problem again. So that's it for the hydroponics in here. I'll show you the windowsill setup that I have. The windowsill one. Oh, hold on. Alright. I have a little incandescent light up here just for them to get supplemental light because it's winter and they're going to need at least 8 hours of full sunlight. And so these are pepper plants, and when I planted them in here a couple weeks ago they were only about that big, so they've doubled in size luckily. Got another tomato plant there, and these are tomato seedlings that I planted and they're coming up. There's some right there, there's a few there. This right here is a strawberry plant, very tiny, very tiny. He's not growing much, he's just kind of staying that size, unfortunately. There's another pepper plant. And these are just leftover seeds that still germinated and I didn't know what to do with. Some of them are squash. There's a, right down there, it's a watermelon plant. Obviously it's not going to stay in this cloner thing. I got basil back here. I'm going to transfer some of my basil that's in dirt into here as well, so I get more basil and then more squash plants. I still have some open spots over here. So I didn't think a lot of this stuff would survive, and it somehow has. So hooray for that. And that's it for the update. So I'll see you next week.